In the 2025 WNBA All-Star vote, Caitlin Clark was just given a slap in the face by her own peers. This is when things become even more bizarre. Stay tuned, because this is a big component. The results of the 2025 WNBA All-Star voting, which were revealed on June 30th, 2025, are a masterful example of contradiction. And this is the point at which everything goes totally wrong. With 1,293,526 votes, the most in a single season in WNBA history, Clark dominated the fan vote, surpassing Napheesa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx with 1,176,020. This victory wasn't the only one. Clark was chosen as one of two team captains for the July 19th match at Gainbridge Fieldhouse due to the overwhelming victory. She was ranked fourth among guards by the media, which is sometimes accused of partiality. Allisha Gray, Natasha Cloud, and even her own teammate, Kelsey Mitchell, were among the guards who voted Clark eighth by the players. What they're not telling you, though, is this. Due to the fact that each player could only vote for 4 guards, several players chose not to include Clark on their ballots. And you'll be shocked to learn why. A clear division is revealed by the player vote, which is weighted at 25% along with the media and fans at 50%. Clark is viewed by fans as the WNBA salvation. The media recognizes her influence, but her peers appear to be jealously blind. The figures are honest. Clark's 12 out of 70 league-wide touchdowns, 17% of all flagrant fouls in 2024, and continued targeting in 2025 point to a pattern of animosity that has now permeated the All-Star selection. Things start to get risky at this point. Both now and in the past, Clark's quick ascent has had a significant impact on the WNBA. In a league where diversity and physicality have long characterized the culture, her race, whiteness, heterosexuality, technical skill, long-range shooting, precision passing, and basketball IQ that's off the charts put her unique. This is the point at when everything changes. Some contend that animosity is stoked by Clark's identification. In June 2024, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith asserted that there is animosity toward her due to the fact that she is the golden goose, implying that jealousy is heightened by her marketability and whiteness.
We know what she brings to the table, but people wanted to hate because why? You had a bunch of players in this league that watched this young white girl come along and take the league by storm, and they resented it because they saw the marketing prowess that she had. They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl.
However, what if I told you that something else is worse? Additionally, Clark's heterosexuality has been used as a weapon in stories, with some fans arguing that her conventional persona, which includes a public relationship with Conor McCaffrey, contradicts the WNBA's progressive values. And there were harsh repercussions. Clark's peers appear to reject her in spite of her attempts to blend in by giving veterans praise, denying credit, and staying out of the spotlight. This storyline is strengthened by former player Candace Parker's loud support for Aya Wilson and her silence over Clark's impact. And everything is altered by this section. Despite missing 7 games, Clark's technical skills put her in a league of her own in 2025, where she averaged 18.2 points, 8.9 assists, and 5.00 rebounds. However, she is ranked lower by her peers than guards like Brittany Sykes, who averages 20.5 points, but lacks Clark's ability to create plays. It gets extremely intriguing at this point. The WNBA has caused itself an immense wound by failing to capitalize on Clark's momentum. This is the point at when everything goes totally wrong. According to ESPN, Clark's games drew an average of 9.9 million viewers in 2024, a 170% increase over the league's 5.8 million total. The Fever's home games sold out 90% of the time, and her presence increased league-wide ticket sales by 30%. Ratings plummeted by 55% to 4.5 million viewers after Clark missed 7 games in June 2025 due to a quad strain and groin injury, while ticket sales for games without Fever declined by more than 30% per sport. However, what follows is quite crazy. These figures demonstrate that Clark is the WNBA's main attraction, not the rookie class or seasoned players like Wilson. The most absurd aspect is that it is entirely true. Because, to Clark's halo effect, the league was able to finalize a $200 million annual media agreement in 2024. The story is told by her All-Star voting numbers. Prior to Clark's debut in 2023, A.A. Wilson had the most votes, 95,860. Clark received 700,735 in 2024. Her fan involvement increased 13-fold to 1,293,526 in 2025. However, the majority of individuals totally overlook this. With an estimated $40 million loss in 2024, the WNBA's most lucrative season, the league's finances are still in terrible shape. Why? Fans have been offended by the league's lack of efforts to shield Clark from excessive brutality. 17% of egregious infractions in 2024, uncalled contact in 2025, and its lackluster promotion of her celebrity. Gabby Williams refuted Commissioner Kathy Angelbert's assertion that athletes can make up to $700,000 a year, pointing out that such numbers are dependent on endorsements rather than pay. Despite earning $28 million from her Nike contract and $11 million from sponsorships, Clark's 2025 salary is a pitiful $78.66. And just wait if you think that's horrible. Perceptions of bias have been exacerbated by the WNBA's officiating shortcomings, such as Kennedy Carter and DeJoni Carrington's 2024 disregard for harsh fouls on Clark. With players putting their personal grievances ahead of a league's expansion, the All-Star vote omission is the most recent insult. Additionally, you should focus on this section. Clark has made a $1 billion contribution to the WNBA. Her recompense, however, is a rounding error. And you'll see why this is so crucial by the end of this. Let's dissect it. According to Nielsen, Clark's average of 9.9 million viewers in 2024 would generate an extra $50 million in ad revenue. Based on Sportico's $66 million total ticket income, her 30% increase in ticket sales brought $20 million to the league as a whole. A fan base that has doubled sponsorship interest is shown in her All-Star vote rise of 1.3 million compared to 95,860 in 2023, which helped secure the $200 million media agreement. According to conservative estimates, Clark's direct and indirect contributions increased the WNBA's brand worth by $1 billion over a 2-year period. LeBron James makes $48.7 million a year in the NBA, which reflects his ability to drive revenue. Considering the sizes of both leagues, Clark's influence is greater than LeBron's. The WNBA makes $200 million, but the NBA makes $10 billion. Clark should receive at least $4.9 million a year, or 0.49% of the $1 billion in additional WNBA value, if LeBron's contract is equal to 0.49% of NBA income.